Cross is going to be a TVZ again, spawning in the bottom left for Team Guns and Roaches in purple. It is ThEraXis. And his opponent in the top left in orange for CT6. Going to try to even this up. There's our Zerg player, SanxboXx. First, we've had a few TVZs so far. This is a diamond versus diamond matchup. I love seeing the mineral stacking. So few people actually do that, and there's no reason not to. It's easy to do once you kind of get a hang of it. And it's a nice little boon to your economy. It really does actually help. I never really thought it made that much of a difference, but the amount it actually changes and how it changes your build and how crisp your build actually is rather drastic in a lot of cases. So seeing ThEraXis do this is nice to see. Does not care for banter. Does not care for banter at all. So once again, maybe seeing a CC first versus a hatch first versus a hatch first. This is a 4-player map. Had a lot of strong macro openers so far in this series. No player really wants to try to cheese and end up losing a game and throwing the series simply because they didn't play their normal game. So it's nice to see that kind of playstyle coming out as the default for so many people. And actually, SCV, well, if it had rallied to the natural, it would be able to, it may actually still be able to keep this from actually coming up, which is nice. Drone and SCV start attacking each other at the same time, but SCVs tend to lose that. Actually, I'm not sure. I think the SCV may have gotten the first shot off, so the SCV will die. No, it didn't. Oh, good lord. SCV got a kill. Love it. You're a baller, SCV. I'm your fan. I am your fan. You can run home now. You can feel happy knowing you killed a drone. You denied a hatchery. You forced out this spawning pool. That is an impressive SCV right there. SanxboXx going to be able to get in and see the CC first though, and in the low ground. So this spawning pool first, because he wasn't able to get his hatch first down, may actually come out and help SanxboXx a little bit. So if that ends up being the case, I'm not gonna lie, I'm probably gonna laugh pretty hard. Because this wouldn't have happened had SanxboXx not lusted SCV. 4 lings on the way as well as a queen. The CC should finish. Well, the CC will finish up before any lings get over there. So this is not going to be a problem here for SanxboXx or for ThEraXis. He's going to be able to wall off or turn this into an orbital. Doesn't really matter. He's going to start building a bunker, I imagine, here in just a minute. It's going to be nice and safe. Bunker building SCV could get annoyed pretty heavily here for a while. What SCV walks in, gets hit by a couple of lings there. Gonna try to get into the main base tonight and see what he can actually find out. There is a gas up, so speed will be on the way relatively shortly. So it's nice that ThEraXis is able to get in here and see all of that. Gonna get taken out is that SCV by the one of the lings actually got the last hit off on that. Good job, ling. Did me proud. But bunker is complete here for ThEraXis, so these lings aren't gonna be able to do too much anything else. Not gonna be able to come in and annoy any SCVs, at least for a while. We've got a factory on the way already for ThEraXis. I imagined a what's it called? A reactor will be coming down here in a minute. As soon as he has the gas, there it is. There we have our reactor coming down on the barracks. So imagine we'll be seeing a good amount of Hellions. There's only 1 Marine actually, so this is extremely, well, kind of extremely greedy, really, and I don't really think SanxboXx is gonna let this go unpunished. Roach Horn is on the way. No second gas just yet or anything, but a lot of roaches off of 1 gas. No speed either, so just burrow and some roaches, it seems. A good amount of roach micro against, well, really nothing. It's gonna be really annoying for ThEraXis to deal with. 1 Marine has stayed alive, did deny any scouting, but that's not going to be a huge deal. If ThEraXis does go up to a Banshee, that's going to be nice, but if you can't see the roaches via any scans or anything, it's going to be difficult to deal with. A couple of Hellions are the choice here for ThEraXis. No Widow Mines or anything on the way. 5 roaches are already in production. Burrow is going to be complete by the time those roaches get across the map. So those are going to be able to micro to their heart's content, which is going to be... It's going to be interesting to see what happens here. There is still only a single Marine in the bunker right now. 12 lings in production as well. Going to be joining these roaches. The lings don't have speed, so it's going to take a while to reinforce, and actually an SCV is going to run directly into all of this, which could be amazing. He needs to hide these roaches He's going to want to actually, he brings the SCV back, no less, so he's still not going to see this until he sees it with the Hellions. And once he sees it with the Hellions, there we go. Roaches on top of Hellions, and that's going to be an oh shit moment right there. This is time to find a way to defend somehow. He only has 4 Hellions. He's got this bunker. He's starting to make some panic Widow Mines. Needs to lift the depot so he can actually repair. But still, only 1 Marine. There is so little DPS actually in this bunker. Yes, it's going to get repaired for a while, but SanxboXx can sit here. He can focus down the bunker. He's actually trying to focus on the bunker, which I don't think is going to work. He could focus on the SCVs instead, which would be a lot better decision. And well held there by ThEraXis. SanxboXx kind of allowing ThEraXis to get away with this. You're going to be able to take out a depot maybe, but now the Widow Mines are actually here and on the field. First Banshee is going to be joining here in a moment as well. These roaches do burrow, but there's 2 Widow Mines here. The Widow Mine shots do both go off. 2 roaches go down, a couple of leads go down as well, and a bunch of splash damage on these roaches. So despite having basically nothing to hold it off with, that's been held off so far. However, the follow-up coming. We have 10 roaches already on the field. They're already joining this little battle. This bunker may get focused down quickly enough. There isn't much here to really repair. There's so few SCVs over at this line. Banshee is finally here. He's going to actually scan and make sure that none of these roaches can actually burrow. He does burrow 1 roach that was hurt, but the scan there was preemptive and able to take that out. Another Widow Mine shot goes off. This Widow Mine has 6 kills on it. This one has 4. Actually, that's a Hellion with 4 kills. It's not a Widow Mine. Roaches do burrow again. Actually, all of the Lings burrow as well. And now ThEraXis is in a pretty darn good spot. Has a cloak on the way as well. There are spore crawlers being produced here in the main and natural mineral lines of our Zerg player. Once again, trying to push in. And actually, ThEraXis has kind of walled himself off from actually fixing this bunker up. So the bunker is going to fall down. There is a kind of a secondary wall behind this if he holds the SCVs. But another Widow Mine shot goes off. Cleans up most of those roaches. And the Banshee is here as well. So very low supplies for both players so far, still in this game. But now it's kind of this tech path is just non-existent right now for our Zerg player. And he's lost so much more. He has a lair on the way, but he still only has 1 gas. So what the heck are you going to do with that lair if you have no gas? You got no gas, you got no workers. 25 workers to 39, 2 command centers down. There's 2 Banshees as well. Banshees have free reign on all these roaches. Actually kill another roach off. Going to kill this last roach probably, unless he is able to use a scan now. Not going to use a scan, so SanxboXx, now the onus is on him to actually figure out a way back into this game. Let's GnR take a 4-2 lead here in the series. A couple more guesses coming here for ThEraXis. Still trying to find a way to get up his infrastructure. Armory coming up, so he's actually pushing into mech, which is going to work out pretty well for him. There isn't going to be a whole lot to actually deal with this mech army, especially any army that actually works against the mech army for SanxboXx, given how low of an economy he's actually on right now. His lair is finally finished. He's starting to get some more gases, but still that gas count is so low right now. No 3rd base. Bane the Nest actually is going to be on the way. And Speed is going to be finishing up here momentarily, so if one kind of all-in fails, it's kind of the Book of Protoss, you find another way to all-in. This may be kind of the case right now for SanxboXx. He is throwing down 2 Evo Chambers, however. So he may be trying to find a way to survive in this game long enough to maybe force a bad engagement out of the ThEraXis and get back into this game. Another Widow Mine shot goes off. I'm not sure what Widow Mine actually was to do that. But those Lings aren't going to be able to do anything at all. Actually, no, that was a tank shot that killed off one of those Lings. Tank has 4 kills on it. That'd be why. Banshee. Doing some work, getting 4 kills up already. There are a good amount of queens here. No cloak energy for this Banshee, and an Overseer is on the way as well. So enough queens to fend this off. Gonna have to turn around from that. Thor production has already started. I have 1 Thor finished, another Thor about to finish up. There is a Spire on the way, but what is that Spire actually going to be able to do on this low of a gas count? 3rd base is just now being created here for SanxboXx. Nicely, SanxboXx he's spreading out some Lings. He's going to burrow them in nice locations. Deny this 3rd base being put down for a little bit. It has some nice scouting information as well. Actually, I'm not sure if this CC can land. Can it land? No, there we go. It seemed like that was actually kind of out of position. A scan does go down for ThEraXis. He does see the Spire on its way. So he's going to prepare for that even more than he already is with these blind Thors being created. No upgrades so far here for either player, actually. +1/+1 is on the way for the melee units for SanxboXx. No upgrades just yet for ThEraXis. He's eventually going to be able to take out this Ling. I think the only scan he has is on the orbital. Okay, no, he has a scan here. He just now has a scan up, so he's going to be able to land that orbital here in a moment. Actually, he had a bunch of scans on this one too, so he can scan whenever he wants to. There he goes. He's going to be able to land this base and start getting that extra gas economy off the 3 bases that every meching Terran player really, really wants to have. These burrowed units are going to see this army moving across the map, but what is going to be the answer here for SanxboXx? He doesn't really have much that can deal with this. He's got 5 Mutalisk on the way, but 5 Mutalisk are not going to be able to deal with these amount of Thors and also the Widow Mines. I think Thor's 1-on-1, even if they aren't doing any AoE damage, will be able to deal with that just fine. Hellion's getting in, going to take out a lot of these banelings that are trying to morph in. Widow Mine's being burrowed as well. Queen's going to try to do what they can. One Widow goes off actually on the Overseer, which is a bit of an annoyance. He's going to keep that Overseer away, perhaps. Muta's getting a little brave. One Muta gets killed off by the Widow Mine there. One more Widow Mine, actually 2 Widow Mines still have shots on it. We have 3 Thors here. Yes, they don't have any upgrades, but that's no big deal when your army can't actually deal with this at all. And it looks like ThEraXis 140 supply to 74 now in his favor. Gonna be able to clean this up and probably gonna give GnR a 4-2 lead here. Forgot what the score was momentarily. Slowly but surely, he will push into this mid base. It's 58 supply now for our Zerg player to the 140 of the Terran. He's got 3 bases up. He's even got defense back home. There may have been a little bit of a run by with Lings. Actually, no, there wasn't. So, wasn't even that going for our Zerg player here. He's just kind of waiting this out, trying to do what he can, I suppose, to find a way to, I don't know, deal something. But no, it's not going to happen. He's going to call GG there. And there you have it. 4-2 lead now for Guns N' Roaches. 1 victory away from securing the week and a spot in the finals.